and thank you for tuning in to Embrace My Melanin. It's your girl Rochelle, and in today's video, yes, as you saw by the title, I am going to be giving you guys my first impressions on the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Skin Milk foundation. Okay, now I picked mine up in the darkest shade that they had available, which was 640 dark. Okay, and I saw this, I picked this up about, I would say like a month, 2 months ago, and as you guys probably saw in a previous video that I did, a lot was going on within the family and everything, and it took its toll on your girl, but I am back for you. Okay, so if you would like to see what this particular skin foundation does on my skin and how I got this look and the products that I use, please keep on watching. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with this review. Okay, so just want to give you a couple of quick stats about this particular foundation. This foundation is infused with hydrating coconut milk and aloe extract for a youthful, dewy glow. Okay, it says it gives a lightweight coverage for all skin types, and it is cruelty free. Let's see here, cruelty free, sulfate free, parabens free, and it is 100% vegan. Okay, so that's one really good thing about it. If you're a person that's vegan and you like really healthy, natural foundations, CoverGirl got you on that one right there. Okay, now this particular foundation, I picked mine up from Walmart, if I'm not mistaken. If it wasn't Walmart, it was Target, and I think this retail for maybe $11, like $11.99, $10.99, something like that. But it was not expensive at all. You know, drugstore CoverGirl. Okay, and it comes in 14 different shades. I picked up the darkest shade, which is called Dark. Number 640 dark. Okay, and I'm gonna try to insert a clip because I did get a little footage on like their whole collection with this particular foundation. They did not have a very big shade range for this particular foundation, which was kind of shocking because CoverGirl, you know, they usually do okay. They usually do okay in their foundation range, okay, especially when they brought out CoverGirl Queen, which then led to the full spectrum line, of course, like, you know. So for them to have very limited shades like this, okay, all right, well, let's go ahead and get started. Let me go ahead and put on some of this clean fresh skin milk foundation. Okay, now I've already primed my face with the ColourPop Pretty Fresh primer. Okay, so I want to use that one, something that would just hydrate the skin. I'm still trying to clear up my skin. I'm not sure if I told you guys, but I had an outbreak on my face when I used a new product on my skin, and it broke out my skin just a little bit. So I'm still trying to get it back right. It was worse than this. It was a lot worse than this. It just had a bunch of little bumps on my face, however, but let's just see how this do on the face. Okay, so I'm just gonna real quick just put a little bit on the back of my hand right there. That's not a little bit, but okay, and here is the color right there. Very pretty rich dark shade. Okay, looks like chocolate. All right, so let's just go ahead and go in our brush. Alrighty, so here I have half of my face done right here. Okay, and here it is. Now off the rip, I can tell you right now, it is a very nice lightweight foundation. Okay, light in feel and light in, also light in coverage, but it does give a good bit of coverage. Okay, so my hyperpigmentation and my discoloration on my jawline has gone away, not completely, but it has gone away. Okay, and it did even me out. It evened me out very nicely. So this side of my face compared to this side of my face, okay, it's not bad. I'm liking it. I am liking it, okay? So let me go ahead, do the other half of my face, and I will be right back. Okay, all right, and I have finished the other half of my face, okay? Now, I will say that I do like that is a very nice light coverage foundation. I think the match for it, the skin tone match, even though they were very limited in shades, I feel like this color does match my shade well. I think it just flattened me out and evened me out across the board. So I am going to go in with just a little bit of a concealer to highlight a little bit and a little powder, okay? Now, I will say this. I am still working from home, so I'm not going anywhere, but you know, you just want to spruce it up. You know, it's been a while since I done spruced up this face, okay? So I'm gonna go in with the concealer and the powder on my face, and I'm gonna try to use, I do have a CoverGirl concealer and powder that I can use on my face also. So yeah, let's see how we can work with that too, okay? Let me go and get the concealer. So I am going in with the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer in the shade Cappuccino, which is 700 D700. Okay, that's the shade. But I'm gonna go in with the CoverGirl True Blend Minerals Loose Mineral Powder in the shade Translucent, okay? Okay. Comes with a little puff, but I'm not gonna use that. So you picture on my timeline. All right, well, I can tell you off the rip, I don't like this powder. It's supposed to be translucent, but it's not, okay? So, and I just did it underneath my eyes, so okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna finish my makeup off camera, and I will be right back. All right, and here I am back with my finished face right here, okay? Let me tell you guys now that as you probably saw when I was doing when I was applying some of my face makeup, I tried to use the CoverGirl True Blend Minerals Loose Powder right here. It's supposed to be in the shade Translucent. I can tell you right now, don't even bother, okay? This is not translucent enough for melanated skin tones, okay? And I'm kind of like, you know, very disappointed in that. It left me looking very, very, very chalky, okay? Y'all probably would say like, girl, you just put a lot right there on your finger. Well, what I'm gonna do is, as you probably saw when I applied it just underneath my eyes, it did not dissipate at all. It left it looking very just pasty. Look, it was not a good look. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to take a clean brush right here, and I'm just going to buff on it. See if I could buff it into my skin, and it is not working. It's still ash-tastic, okay? All right, so truthfully, in my opinion, this powder right here, it is just not a good setting powder. If you have deep, dark chocolate skin, I would not suggest it, because there are some other powders that are translucent, even like stark white, and they work perfect on brown chocolate melanated skin, okay? So to correct what CoverGirl didn't do, what I ended up using was the Kate London Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Powder. Now, I got this a couple months ago inside of my BoxyCharm box, and I was going to do a demo between the Extraordinary Setting Powder and the Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Powder, and time just got away from me. I was like, they probably ain't gonna want to see it. But what I can tell you about this particular setting powder is that it is very good. It gives you more of a natural finish, whereas the Extraordinary setting powder gives you more of a matte finish, okay? So that's what I use to correct the CoverGirl, okay? On my eyes, I'm using the Huda Beauty Warm Brown Obsessions, and I use, of course, to give just a little bit more dimension and highlight back to my face, I use the CoverGirl True Blend concealer in the shade Cappuccino. And on my lips, I have the Pat McGrath Flesh Fetish on my lips right now. I'm going for something very neutral, natural today. I just want to do just a little bit on my eyes today because I haven't done much of anything on my eyes lately. Y'all know. So I just want to do something really, just pop up the eyes just a little bit more, but keep my lips very neutral, undertone, natural, you know, okay? But here is my face right now. I'm on my lunch break for work right now, and now it is 2:14. Y'all probably can see that. There you go. It's 2:14 in the afternoon. I woke up and I was like, oh, I just want to go ahead and do my face, but I had a load of work in front of me since I'm still working from home. Thus, my pink hoodie right here. It's a little cold in my apartment, so that's why I have on my hoodie. But I'm still working from home, so I was like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and knock this out on our lunch break. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, as y'all guys know, I wear this for hours, okay? Probably won't come back on camera until around about 8 o'clock tonight, okay? So I will be checking back in to let you guys know how this held up. Chances are I might go out for a little while when I finish my work day, which will be in another 3-4 hours. So I'm going to get back with you guys and let you guys know how this held up on my face later on. So I will be right back. Okay, and here I am back, okay? It's been several hours since you guys last saw me on camera. I think I came in right around at 2:15, if I'm not mistaken, and right now it is 8, is now 8, really? Canceled. 8:20. It's now 8:20 at night, so I've had this foundation on for a solid 6 hours, okay? Now, as you can see on my face right there, my nose is shiny. Now, I don't know how it's coming across on camera. It's coming across that my cheeks are a little shiny in my forehead, but they're not. They're actually pretty unoily. If that's a word. It's not oily at all. My cheeks, only my nose is still shining bright like a diamond, okay? But my cheeks and my forehead, still luminous, but still very nice, and still could last for a few more hours before they probably go into the oil zone, okay? Now, let me just give you a few stats real quick. Again, on this particular foundation, it has 14 shades. Retails usually, you know, pretty average for drugstore price, anywhere from $12.99, anywhere from $10.99 to probably $13.99, depending on where you go. It's a lightweight, vegan, cruelty-free, paraben-free, talc-free foundation. It promises a light, it promises a light coverage on your face, which it did. I think actually it's probably light to buildable, because I thought personally that it did a really good job with covering the hyperpigmentation and the scars that you usually see here on my jawline, and also my right here on my contour line, that hyperpigmentation that's really usually my natural, I call it my natural contour line, that's really usually right there. I thought it did a really good job with covering that up, but I probably used just a little bit more than what they probably would suggest, because I put a good I would say nickel-sized dollop on the back of my hand and covered one half of my face, and then I added just a little bit more to do the second half of my face. So I probably put on just a little bit more than they would probably themselves recommend, but it's do what you do for yourself. I will say that, okay? So what I'm thinking about this foundation, truly, I actually really and truly like it. Good price point, good price point. The shade range, as you guys saw earlier, if I did put it in the frame, if not, I will do so again right now. It's only 14 shades, and that's disappointing, you know. And from what I saw, there was maybe only 3, maybe 4 for women of color, but there was really and truly only one shade, the darkest shade, for a deeper, darker skin tone such as myself. Okay, so if you're any darker than me, and I do think that this ran just a little bit dark on me, so if you're a little bit darker than me, then you might be able to use this, but the next shade up was too light for me. So that just shows you the skin range, or the shade range, that they are missing between the shade before the shade, which they labeled it deep dark, to where this one is considered dark. Okay, there's a shade, a good bit of shades missing in between that, and I also feel that there's a good bit of shades missing in between the deep dark to the next one up from deep dark. Okay, so if anything, of course, as always, get more shades on in. I noticed one thing with a lot of drugstore brands, when they're advertising a more natural or luminous, dewy skin finish, that they are very limited in their shade range. For example, of course, we know, not to compare the two brands, but we know Maybelline, when they came out with their matte poreless foundation, they started off with a limited amount, but they extended it so much. They added so many more shades to their matte and poreless Fit Me foundation, whereas with their smooth and I think it's called the Smooth and Dewy Maybelline Fit Me foundation, with that one they have kept that condensed down to just a very limited shade range, and they haven't expanded on that a lot. I don't know why. Maybe it's not selling as well as the matte and poreless. However, I would have loved to have tried that foundation if they had a shade that came in my skin tone, but since they didn't, I haven't tried it, and period. Okay, so that was just a slight example on the dewy luminous foundations, where they just have them so limited in skin range, and most definitely not for deeper or darker skin tones as far as drugstore goes. Okay, but overall, not a bad foundation, at all. This particular foundation, I feel, is one of those easy, light days in the summertime. If you don't like a lot of cakiness on your face, or a lot of product on your face, and you really want something very lightweight, but it still gives a very nice coverage, a decent coverage, even if you have to build up just a little bit more on it, then you'll probably really and truly like this particular foundation if it comes in your skin shade. Okay, so if it does, I would highly suggest that you go maybe and try it out. CoverGirl, I would highly suggest that y'all come out with some more skin shades. You know, y'all kind of spread apart. Some more shades can fit up inside there, okay? But overall, not a bad foundation at all. So I thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember, if you have not already subscribed to my channel, just go ahead and hit the button down below. Just hit the button down below. And if you like me and my brand of crazy, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, okay, so I can know how you guys like these types of foundation reviews, how you think I'm giving you the energy and giving you the information and all that jazz. Okay. I thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to stay blessed and stay beautiful, and y'all stay safe, okay? Bye.